Hello, good evening. Welcome back to more Sunrise Stream Zoo. I hope you're all doing well. And yeah, been a little while, but I have done quite a bit. Let's jump into explore mode, have a look around, and just show you where we're up to with the zoo. I'm currently working on a habitat for African penguins that I've just been working on all day today, but there is plenty of other stuff in there. Plenty of other stuff. So, our usual entrance. Nothing grand. I mean, I wanted to keep it fairly simple. Perhaps the next franchise that we do, we'll actually build a grander entrance. We'll leave space for it. And we'll try and get some stuff in further back. The trouble is with all that is you're not utilising the entrance that has a unless I move the entrance forward, because it actually has electricity emanating from it. So let's go right, I suppose. First of all, let's go right. We have had a few more animals pass away, unfortunately, so yeah, the garden is getting bigger. It's just one of those things, we're like into 100 odd years. You know, it just keeps going and going and going. I don't always leave time running when I'm building, but perhaps I should. Got the capybaras and the tapirs on the right from South America. Amenities here on the left. Toilets, drinks, etc. Yeah, still got to put a sign on there. There's still little finishing touches that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm well aware I've got to do them. Oh! Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Quick, 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 quick. Let's try again, shall we? Not actually fall in the water. I was just trying to look over into the habitat. Oh, there we go, we can see the capybara. The albino ones and the normal ones. Yeah, I've discovered how you can set the price. You need to send the animal to the trade centre. Then you can set how much you want to trade the animal for. I don't put them on it for anything too expensive. I think it's ridiculous to nickel and dime people all the time. We've got about 5,000 odd. Nearly 6,000. Yeah. Yeah. Leaf points, I was going to say. No, it's not what they're called. But yeah. Eco dollars. Yeah, still not got a name for this place, but I'll try and think of something. And we've got animals being born, left, right and centre. The jaguars. Oh, I've just realised I've set up the African habitat and not put any donation boxes around. I always forget to put donation boxes around. I've been building little talk points. So there's one outside the ocelot. Little stands. Only small ones, because the main one, I have got one outside the African penguins. That needs bulldozing a bit. There's glass sticking through there. See, as you walk around, you notice things, little details, and then it's like, okay, I have to fix that, I have to work on that. One of my favourite staff rooms. I should put signs on them denoting their staff rooms, really, so that any guests that come... I don't know why the guests stand here and look at this hedge. I mean, they're trying to look at them. Why don't they just, you know... Why don't you just do this? Look, you muppets, if you all walk over here... Ba-dumph. You're in the alpaca and llama home. Yeah, this I'm really proud of. It's really nice in here. It's just a nice little design. Yeah, it's been a lot of work over that side. We'll hop over there now. So I don't know what you last saw. Got our little Galapagos tortoises in here. The little backstage area. where I've started putting coffee cups in, no, in the Planet Zoo, coffee cups and things just lying around in backstage areas. Just little touches like that. Like somebody's left it there because they've been called off for something urgently. Komodo dragons. I don't know if Komodo dragons were in here last time I streamed. I don't think they were. But yeah, we've got Komodo dragons. And you've got the sounds of the ocean. I think they were when I last streamed. I can't remember. And all this oceanic area. You can actually see into the new habitat I'm building, the African penguin one. But that's nowhere near finished. There's loads of work that needs to be done on that, so bear that in mind. That's definitely a WIP. Work in progress. I need to add... Look, they stand here looking across to the African penguins, which I think is stupid, but... This is quite nice though. I love it, the idea of penguins with tropical plants and that. That's why I chose... The African penguins are also more endangered. I was going to go for king penguins, but they're like... they're nowhere near as in trouble as these guys are. They're, you know, quite low on the threat level. And then down here, yeah, an underwater viewing area, so you can watch the penguins swim. Yeah, it's a bit magical being down here. I need... Sorry, do you want a private moment? Oh no, they need the loo. Some toilets nearby might be an idea then. That's helpful to know. The trouble is, this entire path on the left hand side, for some reason I can't attach anything to it, like walkways or anything. That's why there's this stupidly long path to the power source. And there's several power sources around this because it's a really big habitat. I'll obviously hide those power sources with greenery and stuff. I'm going to build an entire back... This is the staff entrance. And I'm going to build an entire backstage area here. A couple of rooms for like quarantine and stuff. Build them up. And then obviously there's a power source if you come out here. I'm going to put doors in, but this is into the habitat. Oh, okay. And yeah, they've got an entire, like a slope to get in the water. There's not many penguins in there. I'll see if I can adopt some more, because they can live in massive colonies. Not that we've got the capacity for massive colonies. Oh, and the water treatment's in here, so I'm probably going to cover them up and do a bit of work on them. I have got quite a lot of free floating people at the moment as well in the zoo, like worker wise staff, and I might have to try and build up some zones. This is the water monitor area, so come up here and guests don't have a problem walking through the staff facilities here. They're all well labelled, but yeah, you can get a good view of the water monitors and their little habitat with their water and their... Where are they? They're actually swimming in there. I can't see them. And they might have gone into their and I can't get over there either. Oh yeah, there's one. And there's one swimming there, directly in front of us, so you can go. If you stood up against the bars, you would get a good view. Oh, right. And then we have a talk for the water monitors here. More work to be done around there. And then we have... I don't think I've got any donation bins around the water monitor. That's interesting, isn't it? Interesting. And there's no backstage area built up in there. I need to put clutter in there. And this is the little penguin enclosure habitat. Just got an overhead viewing point, not an underwater viewing point. And yeah, these pictures of penguins. And then yeah, you can stand up here and look down on the colony. Or you can stand down the front. It's up to you. You get some good views on the slope though. Yeah. Oh. Got brown kiwis here. North Island brown kiwis. And there is a talk for them as well. I'm just going to add in more nature around it all, and I've done a bit of nature work along here. There's a lot more around the dingoes. You know, so you've got these like excuse me, these nice little natural areas to break it all up. And I had fun with these. That one's a bit scarce, but they don't all need to be full on, I suppose. I think we're about 50%. Yeah, about 50% done with this. Just lots of little stuff I put in, you know, little builds and things, just to give it more flavour. Right, I don't know. What's our problem? Oh, I bet research, yeah. Penguin research. So we can give them better quality food and stuff. So I don't know whether that's actually going up. Do I need to get more people on the same animal to research it? Would it... Let me... Oh, it switches over to someone else. I wonder if it will keep going up. It says advanced research. Let's put Chang on. See, we can do advanced research on something else. Because when I ran out of research, I was like, oh, yeah, what am I going to do? And then I forgot that we can do advanced research on them. There's nothing there I really want to do advanced research on. I wonder if we'll get advanced research bonuses. Research bonus, whether that'll go up. I don't know. Anyway, let's get back to building. Oh, it's nearly night time again. I'll leave it time running then while I'm building on this habitat. There is lots and lots of like backstage stuff to do and work to do on this one. Just got to keep an eye on those notifications, so we don't get any fighting or inbreeding or any other problems that occur. So let's grab this. Concrete wall floor, no we want. Okay, I was just going to pause and I was trying to separate that one. Good, that's what I want to do. Split from group, bring down. I'm just about to say, because the elevated bits, would he... I want it to kind of look like it had grooves in the floor. But anyway. There we go, light. Might put there are decals of like gates like little vents and stuff. Breed 4 habitat species. 4 new habitat species. Animal different species. Inspector report 7. Info profits of 1,000. I mean, we don't really need that. We're making money. So... No, get off there. Oh, this penguin research is going up quickly. Some of the vets are really good at research, so... Thinking for these buildings in here, go a breeze block floor. And then, like I say, we're going to put the venting around the side to make it look like the one thing that's really annoying me at the moment, is the fact that there's grass sticking through. Bit of research is just whacking up there. Once the sky, I went to say, and sun at the same time. Once the sun gets really high in the sky, like gets towards midday, I will pause it, I think, just so we've got some good light. To build in, and then for the underwater tunnel for the penguins, I want to put like floor lighting in. Little penguin, good. So let's get building. Let's get ready to build. I think it's here. Yeah, decals, that's what we want. Hang on. Why is that in decals? I think someone got a little confused. So I need to build like benches. It's kind of helpful to have a person around for this. Yeah, this is all the gates and stuff. Those sort of vents, I mean, they're good. That's even better, I think, for the effect I'm going for. So yeah, I really wanted to go overboard with this one. When I say overboard, just make it really detailed and really realistic. Or thought about, should I say. Not necessarily realistic. But yeah, the zoo's doing well now, so let's reward it. I was also thinking about having a catwalk with all big cats in it, because there are some really nice critically endangered animals like the Amur leopard and things like that that I'd like to build habitats for. Right, so what we got here? We got one more. Yeah, about there, I think. The old African penguins chatting away in the background. I used to really like penguins when I was growing up, so I still enjoy penguins. It was always the emperor or the king penguin. That was my personal favourite. Yeah, there we go. Right. Right. Drainage around the side. Be easier just to put the Right, let's put the move snap on and see. Okay, that's sticking out a bit too much. Yeah, once you've used move snap, for some reason it does that. We've finally got a 5-star zoo review. Guess still whittering about stuff like they normally do. But I guess it's just management. Right, what we're gonna do, once I've got all this in, then we'll build the tables up. Big industrial stainless steel fridges, etc. Okay, let's, yeah, thank you. There we go, we now got venting all around the side. Gonna wall off sections. Close that door, thank you. No, you haven't. Conducting research. Who's that? Rec room. My paycheck is huge. Catherine, that is. Time spent travelling. So they're walking most of the time. Researching. So 5% on duty. Well, so where's she walking to all the time? I mean, there is, like, near here, there is a jumping off point with lots of staff rooms. So I'm just sorting some stuff out. So I don't know why she's... I may have to... Time employed 30 years, 1 month. Do these people live forever? You know. Staff room is so far away, I'll be worn out by the time I get there. Yeah, well, that's maybe. I'm going to follow you just to see where you're going, because you have this massive, like, village, staff village, which is a jumping off point for the Northern Mountains area that's going to come with the tigers and everything, and going to have that on the sort of plains and then mountain area as well. So it might be an idea to put some benches on here. Yeah, where is she going? Well, there's a staff room there. And there's a... Oh, she could be going to the staff room this way. Yeah, research centre. Yeah, there we go. Okay. They're beginning to use this. Cool, so she shouldn't be walking that much. I mean, there is going to be some walking. So yeah, veterinarian surgery. Just here. How the heck has a dangerous animal escaped? What the... Where? Where is it? I don't know how you escaped. I don't know how we escaped from in there, but who's... I don't... It's not posing much of a threat. He's sitting under a bush out the way trying to hide. Anyone's running around like it's a rhinoceros or a tiger or... Oh, hang on. I don't know how he escaped. There's no way he can escape from here. It's like a... So that's the girl, it must be. Yeah, she's an adult, 7.5 years. He's elderly, so he can't sire any more offspring, I don't think. Which is a bit of a shame. Right, can I get back to what I was actually doing? So yeah, now, look, it's getting a bit big. And there's still lots I want to do, but we, like I say, we are only up to 54%, but, you know, that last 50. Bernie Goodwin. Pounds or kilograms. Disable alerts. Well, I wanted to, like I say, I wanted to build a train. Yeah, they don't even worry about seeing solar panels. Is just like, yeah, there's a solar panel, but I kind of want to build some kind of natural barriers, or even it's just like fencing and then barriers like this oceanic fencing. I kind of wanted to blend that in here. I'm going to build a canopy, possibly of art shapes and things, just to fulfill that one. And going to add some walls around the back, just so it's got a little wall poking up and up the side, and then we can add railing, and then all that sort of stuff can get added. It's just annoying because it has to conform to the path, and pathing in this game is wunderbar. It's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, not that I've got major issues over here, because it won't actually disconnect from here, and there's no reason why it won't. I've tried with flattened terrain on and flattened terrain off, which are the obvious two toggle boxes, but it doesn't do that. It doesn't play ball. annoyingly. I was thinking about having, yeah, I was just, while I was building these gates, I was kind of thinking perhaps you could have a pool in here that the penguin could live in. You know, like they have for injured animals. Mind you, we've got a quarantine really nearby, and I guess that's what quarantine is for, really. That sort of, and a vet surgery and everything. All the major facilities are here. It would be good to incorporate those facilities, I suppose, in the excuse me, banging my cup. Incorporate those backstage areas in to, and perhaps on the next franchise zoo, I may make this the last habitat, I don't know, and then just go around and finishing touches, because this is a huge zoo, but it wouldn't take, I don't think it'd take that long to tour. I don't know, I'd also like the idea of adding the mountainous area with like wolves and things, and I love the idea of the catwalk area as well. And adding a barrier around it, but we are at 54%, so when I get up to sort of near 85-90%, I want to sort of rush around and just add finishing touches to it. I want to be done with all habitats and that. But just the idea of putting a train ride in and things. Yeah, I'm going to add all planting up here. This is actually terrain on here. But yeah. There we go. This is lovely. Yeah, I sort of thought it'd be nice to have something to swim between. And they can hopefully swim over the top, but I don't know whether they can because hitboxes and things. What's he doing? Is he going to interact with the... He's walking on water. The penguins I've noticed do that. They tend to be like, yay! That is brilliant. That's exactly why I put it there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just so he can... Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Gently, 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 gently. There we go. Pan or penguin? No, okay, pan. There we go. Different penguins interact with that thing differently. It's just interesting to see what they do. Is he going to jump in? Oh, looks like it. Jump. I'm just plonking. I can see you just plonk into the water. No, it's not going to. Alright, let's get back to the backstage area. Let me strip lighting. Yeah, I would have to dig out an area for a pool though, wouldn't I? If I was going to go that. And I was about to say, we all know that what's its name's a pain in the proverbial digging out the ground, but then I remembered something about Planet Zoo that did not carry over into Planet Coaster 2, which was surprising. Oh, hang on. was these stamp tools, which are absolutely fabulous. Flatten to foundation. No. Let's do auto paint. There we go. And then yeah. Oh no, auto paint. We should be able to add the pool. Hello Jack, how are you doing? It's most frustrating. The fact that it won't let me. Might just cover that hole up with plants and things. I'm just looking for the matching wall pieces, really, just to now I can just add the pools in, or the pool. That should be enough. Terrain, water, rough water, no, calm water. Yeah, then we can just add some sort of lowering in. Make a blue plunge pool and make it seem quite shallow. I don't know what they would look like. A quarantine pool for a penguin, really. I may have to look into it. That's what I generally do with try and find examples online. If I can. Right, let's go. Material metal, please. Excuse me, yawning. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. Sorry, catching the mic there. These are sort of fantastic for what I'm looking for. This sort of new world stuff. Stainless steel. Look. Oh, yeah. Thank you. $108 objects on just this habitat alone. Another thing that happens. Yep, there we go. It's done it again. What the heck? It was off. That was off. Alright, do you know what? I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way. It was actually off. It had, yeah, there we go. Being blooming ridiculous. Also, I've noticed this is sort of, I think it's to do with the amount of built and the complexity, but it keeps shoots it off across the map and things. I'm actually curious. Save zoo. Don't crash, please. How many pieces we've got in the zoo so far? Oh, it says 6,859, but that's not true, because that's not, because some of them it's probably counting entire builds as one object. But that might be better if it's grouping them in that way. It may reduce on processing power, I suppose. You've got to always look on the bright side of life. Well, this is going to take forever and a day. And once I get the tables built, it's going to make it easier, because I can just plonk a few in and things. It's just getting them built. It's the issue. Probably going to use this wall decoration piece because it's one of my favourite pieces for backstage custom builds, and I've used it already in the zoo, so yeah, it's really good for building stainless steel tables, giving that kind of backstage look. They're also brilliant little objects in props, especially from the conservation pack. They're just going to fit in here perfectly. Oh. Thank you. Right, we're going to work out the height of the roof. Oh, blimey. That was a bit bright. That's probably going to be the height of the roof, sorry. The height of the table. I think it's about right. If only there were some people nearby I could actually test it on. Yeah, that's about right, isn't it? It's about the right height. Perhaps out there. He looks like Captain Jack Sparrow or something in Planet Coaster. Not quite Johnny Depp, but you know what I mean. He looks like he shouldn't be in the zoo necessarily. And yet here he is, just basking in all his glory. Alright, we're going to add some tables onto tables. I'm going to add some tables onto this table, because tables don't have enough tables really. 4 meter pole, nope. We want a 2 meter pole. Is that too big? Yeah, well, that's fine. That will do. Alright. See, the great thing is about this, we can fill the bottom up with cartons and stuff, like just props. Give it more believability. You know what, that isn't too bad. Alright, let's have a look at that. Let's build that. And then build a fridge, a big double powerful fridge, stainless steel. Looks quite good. Works under pressure, etc. Has a cold approach to its job. The old freezer. So we're going to go from one of these big industrial freezers. The only issue is I've got is with the roof, but I don't think that is going to be an issue because I have an idea. I had an idea. I thought it was right in the beginning my idea, and I don't seem to have found the object. So now I'm getting a little trying to think of alternatives. So I want to stick with that brushed steel, stainless steel look. We just need a piece that is perhaps ideal. That's too small. I mean, that's alright if it's too small. Let's have a look there. That's just not quite right, is it? I don't know whether this gives off light, because it would be ideal for what I need it for. Yeah, look, that's perfect. Where the heck's that gone? I'm just working on something. See what I mean about it? Just throws you here, there and everywhere. And it's just like, and? The game doesn't even flinch about it. Whereas I find it a little bit irritating. Being thrown across the whole map and then trying to have to find where I was building only moments before. Yeah, there we go. I don't know what I'm going to use for handles, but we'll find something. What are these? Far too big. You think you find the ultimate solution, then it doesn't seem to work. That's too big. I say that's too big. That is actually perfect for another idea. Oh, Dave's having something to eat. She must be peckish. Let's go building access. It seemed to be doing something weird even though it's just one object selected there. I wish I knew all the objects off by heart. It would make my job a little easier. But unfortunately, I don't, so we have to use the old-fashioned method of searching through for inspiration, objects that you sort of see and going, oh, that'll fit, or I could use that. Or trouble is with Planet Zoo, you can't resize the objects. But I shouldn't let that be a metric by which I measure Planet Zoo. Yeah. I have no idea what I'm looking for actually. He says yawning. I do. Something for a handle and something for the rear. Like the filament, cooling filaments on the back. Unfortunately, there isn't anything. that's a beam that's too big. Yeah, I don't know what would be good to represent that. Sometimes they're just half of. Maybe worth not even bothering going to this level of detail, if I'm honest. But sorry, Dave came over and then she panicked. Because I went to give her a fuss. Like, Dave, you can relax. How do I want it actually stuck in there? Yeah, that'll do for now. Some kind of bin there. Possibly. Possibly. I'd love to be able to put anti-slip mats on the floor. Sorry, I'm just stretching. Warning, stretches incoming. You mad? Little bits of signage, I guess. An idea. I was waiting for a cylinder. Oh, there we go. That's too small. A bit wider. Ah, there we go. Alright, want a sort of dome on that. I might bring it down afterwards a little bit. I can't, yeah, because it's almost as tall as a table, so it's quite, it's almost comically oversized, isn't it? So I don't want that sort of feel for certain objects in this build. Yeah, it's going to need to be shrunk down a bit, I think. That's not going to work, so this might work. Right. Okay. Yeah, it's not quite working, is it? See, I can't decide whether I like that or not. Right, that's getting there, isn't it? I don't know if there's any pipes or anything I can use for in the water section. I've got an idea though. I just like, hang on, I have an idea. Does create the piping that I want though. I'm going to see if I can add like a tap on it. I could probably add, yeah, I was going to say there is taps, but I want specifically the yeah, what do we want? So I thought of something and I'm like, oh, I could use that. Oh, I know. Oh, there we go. Alright. There we go. Just looks, adds a little bit more flavour to our once plain wall. Not that anyone's going to see it really, but I know it's there, and it's nice to see someone has put the effort in when you're wandering around a zoo, I think. Okay. Oh, Alvin. Right, I didn't get far with the building. I've got a really bad headache, so I'm afraid. I don't know whether it's having stared at the screen all evening, but yeah. I'll do a bit more, but then I'm going to finish in about a few minutes, about 10 minutes or so, because, as I say, I'm not feeling too good. It's a shame. So I was just trying to think what else I would put in there, but I don't think you'd have the like the work prep areas or anything like that. That's almost correct. What is that all about? Do you know what? It would be easier just to take one, slide it across, hit there, take that one, slide it across, done. And another prep table in there. No, yeah, that's no good, is it? I need the full table, not just part of it, for a prep table. Yeah, I'm going to need to look at real backstage areas and things, I think, just to, excuse me, get ideas for what I'm doing here. That is super annoying. And you'll be like, what is super annoying? Allow me to show you. Pretty sure I copied that and moved it across like so. That'll do. That brings it out of the corner slightly. I like to put a sink in as well. I suppose I will have to put a sort of washing station in as well, somewhere in this main prep area. We can add habitat items as well, I guess, which would make it feel more like they're prepping stuff to go into the enclosure. But yeah, we've got... I'm definitely going to have to look at real life examples and get some inspiration, because at the moment I've just got a few tables and that does not make a backstage area and a fridge. And I can't think what else would be here. Buckets, that sort of stuff. Anyway, let's I think that is the bigger one. I think if I select that, yep, it's a smaller object. Let's go for bigger on here. Nope. So I sort of sticking through the back. Yeah, let's, this is all penguin based objects. Let's oh, you can't just put that on the, that has to be underwater. We can't put that just on the side. Penguin we can put somewhere as well. We can't just place that anywhere. It won't let me. It won't let me place that though. Block of ice. It's a shame we haven't got a fridge. Penguin. Don't really need it. Let's this. Yeah, annoyingly, that object sticks through the bottom. At the first glance, you really can't see it. But, actually, can I completely trick it? No, because as soon as I move that, so I was thinking I could move that and the ice would separate. So now I'm going to have to think of an ingenious way to hide that. And I think I've thought of it if it works. Yep, perfect. That was really stupid then, game. I can't actually grab the block of ice, so I would have to go in like this and grab it like that. Okay, but at least we can go in and grab it like that. So yeah, it's a good thing. Right, like I say, I'm sorry for streaming a real short amount of time this evening, but I did want to sort of show the update, let people know what we've been doing with the zoo, and hopefully soon I'll be getting my disk drive fixed, and yeah, we'll be able to go back to more Skyrim. I do have Oblivion, like I said before, and I do have a few other games I could try. And Ace Combat's just come to, and I used to play the Ace Combat games. Ace Combat 7's just come to PlayStation Plus, so it might be worth checking that out one evening. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'm going to call it a night, get some rest. I don't know where this tiredness has come from, but I'll have a look at some backstage areas as well. That'll help me, and we'll build them up, and I'll build up this area and sort of get there with it looking much more like a Penguin backstage with this slight, you know, this a mix on there. But yeah, we'll get there with the rock mix and everything else. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.